often should you be washing your hair? Once a week, twice a month? Never. Let's talk about it. Hi, hun. I'm Olamide, your natural hair care bestie, and today I'm going to be breaking down and answering this ever persistent question in the natural hair care community. But before we get started, I'd like you to know that I post everything hair care on this channel. So if that interests you, please consider subscribing. Thanks. Thank you. Now, to the question of the day. How often should you be washing your hair? Well, truthfully, the answer is it depends. Now, let me explain. The thing is, there are so many factors that affect how often you should be washing your hair. Everything from scalp health to availability to your lifestyle and how active you are to how many products you use and how often you use them. There's just so many things to weigh together in the quest of figuring out exactly how often you should be washing your hair. Now, regardless of anything that might be going on with you, the ideal frequency that you should be washing your hair is set at once a week, so once every 7 days. So you can pick a day of the week, maybe Saturdays or Sundays, or if you work from home, it can be any day of the week. And every day, like every week on that very day, you wash your hair. So if you pick Wednesdays, then every Wednesday you wash your hair. But like I said, there are many different factors that you would have to weigh that will either force you to wash your hair a little more often than that, or will allow you to get away with washing your hair a little less often than once a week. So let's dive into those factors. The first factor, of course, is your scalp health. If you are dealing with any scalp issues, then it is likely that you might need to wash your scalp a little bit more often than the rest of us. So if you are dealing with dandruff or itchy scalp, you might need to wash your hair, and you also need to wash your hair with specific products. So instead of using a moisturizing shampoo, you might need to use an anti-dandruff shampoo or a soothing shampoo if it is itchy scalp that is the problem. If it is psoriasis or any other serious scalp condition, then you might need to use a medicated shampoo, and you might need to use it more often, kind of like a drug dosage, instead of just a regular wash day of once a week. Somebody with dandruff might need to wash their hair a little more often, maybe every 4 days or every 5 days. So it really honestly depends. And if you don't have any scalp issue whatsoever, your scalp is fine, it's not itchy, nothing is wrong, now you could get away with washing your hair twice a month, which is once every 2 weeks. You can get away with it. It's not going to give you any issues because your scalp is fine. But then going too far, washing your hair once in 2 months, once in 3 months, in that case, you are not looking for scalp trouble. You're looking for scalp issue. And when you not get that issue finished, when you start washing your hair every 5 days, you understand you had a gift and you took it for granted. Then there is lifestyle. Whether you are a very active person or you're like me and you're a couch potato or a piece of furniture, it also depends. Because if you're somebody that used to wake up very early in the morning and then you've gone to the gym, you have gone, you have do treadmill, you have do step master, you have lift weights, you have sweat that than all over your body, and then there is a good chance that a lot of that sweating is also going on up here. And if you sweat that often, you are going to need to wash your hair more often, because the sweat will mix with the sebum on your scalp, will mix with the oil that you rubbed in your scalp, will mix with your conditioner, because when you sweat too, it can rinse down some of the conditioner that is on your hair strands onto your scalp. So imagine mixing all of that together, some old, like 3-day old conditioner with some of the oil that you oiled your scalp last 2 days ago, and then the sebum that your scalp produced this morning with the sweat that you now went to go and sweat. And imagine you're not going to the gym 5 days a week, so you are continuously sweating and sweating, just mixing and remixing all the grime and all the please wash your hair at least once a week if you are active. I beg you, in the name of Jesus. Don't come and be passing in the office and everybody is please wash your hair often if you are very, very active. But then if you're a couch potato, you don't sweat that much, fan is blowing you left, fan is blowing you right, AC is not blowing you in front, you can get away with the once every 2 weeks or even once a month safe if you don't have any scalp issue and if you're not sweating anyhow, then you may be able to get away with it. But the way Nigeria has been going these days, with these lights that they went to go and off, if the off light and AC is not blowing you and you're sweating, auntie, wash your hair. Then there is availability. Now, there are some people that they are very enthusiastic with their hair. See, if you open their hair care stash, latoke dele from up to down, full, everything, they have everything. In fact, if you are running low, just go to that their house. Everything that you're looking for, three. You're looking for shampoo, they have 3 copies of 3 different types of shampoo. They have 3 moisturizing shampoo, 3 clarifying shampoo, 3 detoxifying shampoo. They have everything. Those ones, those enthusiastic ones, they don't mind. They can wash their hair every day. They don't care. But then there's us, the lazy ones or the busy ones, in case there's more to your life than your hair. Especially if you don't now have any scalp issue and you are not active. Someone like me now, I may not be going to the gym every day and I do not necessarily have any scalp issues, but I work from home and I have a lot of work to do. I'm very busy. I wake up in the morning, I manage to pray, read Bible, and then sit down for work. And I'm working from morning till night because I have a 9 to 5, then I have YouTube, then I have IG, and I have TikTok, and I have my newsletter, and I have LinkedIn. There's so there's so much that I'm doing, and I'm about to take on a second job as well. So you can imagine how busy my days are. So someone like me now, I cannot to pick out a whole day in a week. Ah, it's not easy to be washing my hair every week. I don't know. So someone like me now, I try my best to wash my hair every 2 weeks. I do my very, 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 very best to try and wash my hair every 2 weeks at least. But for somebody that is more enthusiastic, they can be washing their hair every week. That one, God give them power. Power to your ego. Even some people who do have some scalp issues or they have an active lifestyle, but they are also busy, they may not be able to wash their hair every 7 days. So maybe for them, they can try and compromise maybe every 10 days or maybe once in 2 weeks. But like on the seventh day, instead of doing a full wash day, maybe they can just run their hair under water or something. Then, of course, there are the number of products that you use and how often you use them. So for someone like me, when I moisturize my hair, I don't do LOC or LCO. I just use my leave-in conditioner and go. Yes, I've Coco established it's a pretty established fact that I'm lazy. So I like to pick like really high quality leave-in conditioners, like the one that I have from Shiny Organics or the one that I have from Beauty Express Hair Shop. Oh my god, I love that leave-in conditioner so much. So I just apply my leave-in conditioner to my hair and then I'm off, right? So for someone like me, I mean, and I also have low porosity hair, so I don't really have to be re-moisturizing my hair that often. So on any given day, there really isn't a lot of product in my hair, so I don't get build up very quickly. But that's also one of the things that allows me to get away with washing my hair once every 2 weeks or even 3 weeks sometimes. But then if you're someone who is using leave-in conditioner and then oil and then butter and then you oil your scalp every single day and all those everything, you're going to need to be washing your hair a bit more often than someone like me, because that is just a lot of products that you are heaping on your hair in a short space of time. And so you are encouraging buildup to occur much faster in your hair, which means you would have to wash your hair a lot more often, especially if you are not trying to get very limp, weighed down hair and clogged follicles on your scalp, which can affect hair growth, by the way. So yeah, you need to either watch how often and how much product you are using, or wash your hair more often. It's up to you. I mean, there's some people that I can't blame, especially people with like high porosity hair, that you have to be moisturizing your hair often, to keep the moisture in. But then I guess that was supposed to be the point of LOC. If you do the whole LOC method, your hair is not supposed to get dry as quickly. But if LOC is not working for you, please just be using your leave-in conditioner every day. Or you can get a water-based butter. Before, hair butter just used to be a mixture of all the butters: shea butter, cocoa butter, mango butter, guava butter, all the butters, and it's just be oily and greasy and it's just ugh. But nowadays people have, we've gone a step further, and a lot of hair butters and hair creams have started to become water based. So in addition to sealing moisture in, they are adding their own extra moisture again, which would boost your moisture retention and allow your hair to stay moisturized for a lot longer. So now it's up to you. Either you wash your hair more often, or you would have to tweak some of the products that you are using, or tweak how often you use them. Okay, so I feel like those are at least a few of the important factors that you need to weigh when you're trying to determine how often you should wash your hair. So weigh in all these factors. Do you have scalp issues? Are you very active or you're not? How much products are you using? How often are you using those products? And then pick a frequency and experiment with it. Do it like 2 or 3 times, see how your hair reacts. If you feel like you can get away with, less often, then you can try that. If you feel like your hair is still feeling a bit, somehow, then you might need to increase your frequency a little bit. So I would advise that you first try, because the rule of thumb is every 7 days, once every week. So I would advise that you first try doing it once every week. And then if you feel like your hair is fine, your scalp is fine, like you don't really feel like it's necessary to be washing your hair every 7 days, then you can try every 10 days. And then if your hair is still fine, maybe you can push it and try once every 2 weeks. And then if your hair is still fine, I think that's the best place to stop, because once every 3 weeks, even I sometimes, when I wait till the third week before I wash my hair, it's like I'm pushing it at least 7 days, like once every 7 days, once a week, and at most, please, at most once every 2 weeks. Eh? I'm saying at most once every 2 weeks because sometimes push can come to shove and you will need to skip wash day for a little while. So if you go a few days after 2 weeks, then it's still kind of fine. But if you've already said you wash your hair once a month and then you want to skip wash day, as per you will not wash your hair for a full month. So yeah, experiment and do what works for you, to be honest. I've recently started saying that this hair care stuff is a very to each her own kind of something. So experiment and figure out what works for you and stick to that. So that is my answer to the question, and now it is your turn to do the talking. Did you learn something new, or did you already know all of this anyway? Let me know in the comments. And then if you have any other questions that you would like me to answer, let me know in the comments as well, and I will get right on it. Don't forget to like this video and share it with others so that they can learn as well. And yeah, I will see you in my next video. Mwah. Bye.